Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Literally 5 minutes after we finished our last cast. SWL on the board. We're not doing BO1s, not BO2s, no BO5s. The perfect in the middle. Best out of 3 series today. CC versus 619. An underdog team on our right side. And the beloved CC playing on their beloved map. First on Nighthaven. We're going to be in for an interesting game. Clubhouse next. And Skyscraper on the decider if somebody doesn't get too old. I think we're going to be in for a great game, ladies and gentlemen. My stream deck has been absolutely tweaking out, so none of that cool, fancy intro shit because, again, you just gotta love Elgato sometimes. Let's get straight into the game. And I forgot what is going on today. So, you know 619, an absolute team who's deserved to get here. The underdogs who have beaten a lot of people who haven't deserved to be beaten. As of right now, I've never casted them. I have no idea what to expect, so I'm excited to see what they are going to bring to this game. We're right back in time as we come in for the last ban coming into Mira. Nighthaven is not a map you want to allow CC to run wild on. These guys get superpowers when it comes to this specific map and this specific map only. Wow. I'm excited to be here. You should be excited to be here. And we get sent in to upstairs on our first round, seeing CC attack. I haven't really seen a bad round for them on any site. Azami surviving, I don't even know, miraculously saving and getting into the roster. I don't know how she wasn't banned. 619 thought it was more imperative to take care of Mira and CC to borrow. As of right now, we're going to be in for an interesting game. Azami just makes that Rafters attack all the more harder, just because you have to play a little bit of guess and check when it comes to finding certain areas of the map and trying to get into the certain areas of the map that are blocked by these Kibas. CC have a clear objective. The man Stargazer is on the board. I'll always glaze this guy. He knows how to hit his headshots. He knows how to do it beautifully on any op he plays. For some reason, Connector was completely left soft. You'll see the Vigil roaming message downstairs, just trying to get shit done. And right now, the first Capitao will be sent in through Electrical, giving very easy access to Quickie, but he is going to be delayed for a little bit as he's managed to Flame Bolt a little too much. A little bit of an overachiever. Frostmat might be a little bit annoying to deal with. And also the Mute sitting in the corner with this very impactful shotgun. Connector wall completely reinforced and can be completely prevented by EMP, which this Capitao will start to use very quickly. Pushed off. C4 getting tossed through to no avail. Vigil going for a flank, and right now they'll be making the execute on his site. Maverick playing Swiss cheese, and anybody trying to run across will be taken care of very easily. And right now, we're going to be in for a good execute. All of the bodies have survived so far. A minute 30 seconds have been burned off the roster. And speaking too soon as 2 bodies have dropped in a matter of 10 seconds. And that is them no longer with us. Quickie and Vizsla taken care of, but they've gotten their bolts. They've gotten the walls open. They've done what is needed to be done. Abolish just seemingly looking to walk into sight. Frost not allowing that to happen. And somebody needs to take care of the shield while playing close and running wild. Looking for that vert, but guess what? Vigil is a long ways away. And now CC, 2 bodies down and have a lot of space to penetrate. Stuns going just to find that Mute running in full speed. Gazer looking for a kill. Can't get it. So cool. Get one. And Abolish will manage to refrag. Bobby on Rafters doesn't have things come to him as easy as possible, but Abolish is just going to go straight for it, not checking the complete corners. But Vigil back on site will deal the job. 1 for Gazer and quickly traded out by Bobby. And now the first round goes in the favor of 619. Your clear Undertakers, your underdogs will take that first round home, and that's exactly why coordination is everything on this map. And again, it's CC's map, so you need to expect a lot from them, and you can never count them out. A little bit of a shaky round for CC, losing 2 bodies in a matter of 10 seconds, but it's all about what can they do to bring it back and how they'll be able to bring it back. Overachievers, obviously. Stargazer not performing to the expectation, but again, leaving by his team in a 1vx. Not much you can do in that situation except to pray to God you can make things work. One round does not differentiate and does not decide the fate of the whole game, so they have a little bit of wiggle room, and hopefully they can wiggle their way into getting the lead. Downstairs is going to be the next great pasture for 619. What do you guys prefer, Perrier or Montpellier sparkling water, or just no sparkling water at all? If you see no sparkling water, you're banned. Bandit looking to get on to the tricks for the hatch. No Maverick being brought, but we know how CC plays. They get multiple things done at once. They'll have a roamer, they'll have a man going for verticality, and that's what you see. The spear entry alongside with the ramp. She's still outside, and the pulse will be playing upstairs? Huh. That's a new one. Paul's playing by himself, might be caught by this IQ here if she decides to look up and find the man going for a long flank. That's exactly what she'll do. IQ, just such a good operator. And they know where this pulse is and things need to be done. The live pings are just going to continuously be sent, and the man on the window should have a very easy kill here as the pulse is starting to get circled around. Getting pushed into electrical soon enough if he doesn't start sprinting at full speed. Being located, luckily not taking any damage, and right now that the next objective will be to find him, take care of him, and move your way into sight. Cade and Bandit team up to get rid of that wall, and it is no longer vaultable, but you do have a line of sight for those late round executes. When something doesn't go in the way of CC, they don't stop, they just completely change it up, and they'll be going for an exo. I don't think this is different at all. They will be going for something with no regards to having to deal with the Mira. Jaeger has an ultimate position to play aggressive here, and he'll be able to make things happen as IQ just walks into his bullets, but seemingly manages to win our gunfight in a quick response from Bobby. Will take care of one, Gazer on the next, and that's a quick frag. As this is what I mean. You can't vault it, but the essential pressure just deals too much. Nobody can cross from these head holes and get rid of them. And the Selma will be thrown in and will be used to mask some sound, but again, getting zapped up the sky will make enough sound to deal with. Cade getting aggressive, but not aggressive enough. He'll catch one shooter in the back, but Gazer's there to find the refrag. C4 and only in one-man hands into Valkyrie, who can't even win her gunfight. She'll fall down. 3v1, quick response from Masjid, but will get the second, and Masjid will get fragged out very shortly. And that is CC's round in response, and this is what I mean. You can never count them out. 1 round, 2 round, they'll always have something in response. They'll send us on to basement yet again. Messi just left in an absolutely horrible position where he has to deal in a 1vx with one of the worst SMGs in the game. Honestly, the UMP, if you're not hitting headshots, you're hitting marshmallows, as that thing is a pea shooter, and you would only expect the best of the best to make that thing work. Roaming on Pulse, again, never seen this before, but he's making it look somewhat good as he's still positive. Beautiful readaptation by CC's execute onto the site. They couldn't get the main breach open, but they still used it for that pressure, and from there they just played vert and funneled through EXO and used it as their focal point to be able to make their way towards site. Nothing too much to criticize from either team here. right back in action as they will get the... What is this? Teaching us some new tech. I don't care what's going on the other side of the map if this works. What is this? What? Absolute cinema. I have never seen that before used in a game. CC, I'm glazing. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Bobby now upstairs. Does not have that vert pressure with that C4, but VJ or Vipex, whatever his name is, will get a first, taking care of Quickie. IQ is gone, and those are the Valkyrie cameras safe. Unless they can find them on the drones. Osa looking to get a kill, but the quick reaction from Vipex will get him one. Ash looking to circle. She'll take care of Mesjid, but again, two more roamers to deal with, and one of them soft. He's right back down. C4 will land on Ram's head. And this man himself is just making things work as he's just reaped from below, from within, and on the same floor as them. And all that's left from the defenders is just to relax and play their bodies. Checking their corners, looking for this Cade because they need to kill him. They get rid of him. They have a lot more leniency when it comes to playing EXO. Nobody watching their long angle, but the man sitting close himself can find an ace. If somebody doesn't get too aggressive, what the hell is Chris doing as he gets taken care of by Abolish? You can't give CC the wiggle room. You can't give it at all, really, because the second you do, things like that will happen. Cade looking for the right second to swing. As of right now, there is only one C4 left and the sonars from the Echo. Boiling down. We've gotten under a minute now. First Yokai will be shot. Where is Gazer? He has to know there's a man sitting close, but he'll be assigned the plant. The C4 being tossed, but only as a bait. Echo looking to care of business. No avail. Cade going for the flank on a quad kill, and now he's on for the ace. 37 seconds left to breach, or the heados are not open. There's no lucky shots you can get here as you have to go for two solo ones. Valkyrie pinched in a corner, but stealing the ace away from the Cade, landing the shot, and the round is 6-1-9. You never see this much opposition on a map that is so well beloved by CC. I don't think I've ever seen them lose it. And the question is it going to start here? 619 reclaim the lead back to 2-1, and they're playing this very beautifully. And right now, they're deserving to take every round they get. They won it the first round. They won it the first time around, and now they'll have it unlocked. 2 rounds have passed, meaning they can do whatever the hell they want on this site. Held it beautifully. They had the pressure, and they dealt with everything accordingly. The Azami not being brought, or not being banned, they capitalized and brought her. And honestly, nothing you can fault them for. They didn't even reinforce this external connector breach, and they proceeded to win the round very easily. Mesjid back on the roam. Has right now one man to deal with, and that's that Capita, who's always looking to get a kill. But he went for electrical last time. Who's to say he won't again? No frost. Crypto taking damage from the electrified. One breach getting opened up very easy. And from there, they have the objective of managing to get up all the breaches. Vipex is the man to play in the corner. I wonder if it's pronounced Vipex, waiting to line up that C4, and it will connect. Again, that's his second C4 in 2 rounds with beautiful connections, and that's how you make things work. Impact from below. Mesjid again is just dealing damage and running away. You need to make the attackers second guess themselves, and they're doing beautifully at that one thing. Barricaded the double, meaning he doesn't have to deal, and they're doing beautiful right now. Keeping electrical to himself. Frost on the board. Nobody's interacted with that mat yet, but now the attacker's looking to get the other breach, and Gazer is going to get it done. You can have good aim, but you can always be in touch with your roots. As he gets things done, he'll get the breach and have good aim. Gotta love a man like Gazer. Vizsla looking to win, or somebody looking to win a gunfight on the rafters here, because somebody needs to go down, and they need to go down now. No Frostmats are going to be on the rafters. The boss G has been pulled out by Mesjid, and right now he's just making a rotate back to the site, because all that's left to do is relax and wait. Ash falls to that Frostmat, and it is a 2v5, as he is not safe to be picked up. A 1v5 is just a flawless in our hands, as all the defenders circle to get themselves on the board for a flawless against CC. Bigger achievements, as they're doing great right now. Use all the rounds you can get, and damn, this is amazing. They'll take it home. It's the second round they've taken in a row, and that will be the 3-1 advantage. And CC have a differential and something to get themselves, somewhat of a hole to dig themselves out of. Timeout is still in hand. They still have defense upcoming, so it's not all but lost. But again, it could go up to 5-1 if they don't lock in as of right now. It's what I said at the beginning of the stream. I don't like to brag, but wow. Almost like I said they were the underdogs for a reason here. Really depriving CC of very essential rounds. And if we see this again, if we see a disappointing first map, we saw last week the Order upset of hell as they went to map 3 with a team that shouldn't even have gotten in the door, as they took fatality to map 3, where it went to 7-7 OT, and they narrowly won. All the good teams here are facing a challenge, and I'm here for it. Crypto getting dealt some immense damage from the man, I'm gonna call him by his operator. The Cade does deal some very heavy damage. He is going to have a great game, I'm not going to lie to you. He is 7-2. People were predicting Gazer was going to be 7-1 by the first 3 rounds, and right now we're just not seeing that happen. Frost has been integrated, and she's been doing a great job of denying those certain areas that are annoying to deal with. First gunfight for the Cade, as he will deal even more damage, and he is just that man you don't want to get in front of his gun. C4 looking to be tossed. They have 2, and VOT cameras above make it even harder to deal with. Quick swings by the castle. It's just twinkle toes. Gazer taking damage from the breach, as it will get open eventually. 3 of them in the main lobby, 1 on the vert. And is there a roamer to worry about? Chris taking heavy amounts of damage, landing damage as well. And the pressure onto site is starting to become great. Vizsla needs to keep his body, as he does have the Candelas to be able to piss anybody off. You have 1 man roaming, and again, it's just Mesjid. If you have a player you like, you know he's good at playing the game, you'll allow him to do whatever the hell he wants. Crypto circling the hatch, sending in those EMPs, making it even harder, second guessing, and right now the site is going to become an open feud, as those Candelas are going to make Kitchen inhabitable. But Mesjid getting a frag that's so imperative to the defenders, but it's all looking like it's crumbling down on the site, as Crypto will find himself on the board. Abolish the same, going down for 2, and he's got himself on the board. Abolish for 3, as he is terrorizing from within. The question is, where the hell is the Goyo? And he's been found by 1 as a trade by Abolish to give him 4. CC back on the round. 5-1 no longer a possibility. The only advantage they can get is 2 rounds on a 4-2. But CC looking way more alive, as they kept pressure from every single orifice they could find. Wow. 619 is making it harder to make this a blowout, but that is exactly why they're in the playoffs. But right now, they have an obstacle to overcome, and that is just keeping the round in their hand. They need the advantage, and they need it so badly, because defense, when you are attacking on this map, is not something you want to deal with. It's just so simple. Don't do certain things and you win the round. Downstairs was that round that went either way for both players. One site, it went for 619, and one site, it went for CC. So, again, we're in for a 50-50 match here, and I'm excited to see how this map will end up. If it goes to overtime, this could potentially be the greatest game we will see either in this playoffs or of the week. Masjid, an absolute terrorist to deal with. Just around the map, he terrorizes from within. No matter where he goes, he makes things happen. C4 getting tossed out on a Gazer's head, and how the hell did he avoid death as a breach will for the first time get opened up fully. Ram looking to clear alongside with the IQ. Heavy damage dealt by that TC. That kid is really putting that work in with that slug shoddy. And wow, quick death. Vipex just got absolutely destroyed, and Gazer just turned into the absolute beautiful teammate as he saves the life of his teammate. One more bullet from that TC, and it would have been complete death. Nothing else, and nobody else to save you. But now it's starting to boil down. Sitting close and waiting. Two people this time. One with a shotgun, and Abolish has wasted their C4s. That's the last one this whole round will be able to use. One man wrapping around to the breach, and it will be Gazer dealing with his Gazer things. But now Abolish has a direct area with no echoes to deal with, no C4s to deal with. Maybe just one man flanking. No gridlocks, but he knows exactly where he is, and they're just going to be going for a flank. Nobody else is seeming to react here. Maybe Chris. But right now, the shooting gives the cover, but you're shot from the breach because you're wrapping, and Gazer knows how to play safe. The plant is down. You have a roamer, and you're losing your picks on site. Bobby dealing damage, but taking more instead. And Masjid is not back in time as his teammates have all been reaped. You have a flawless. He'll have one for you instead. He's taking care of one body, but now you have 4 in a case to defuse. Can't make lightning strike twice. But wow, they've tied it up back to 3-3. And this is the CC you know and love as they'll go on the defense with it all tied up. Any hopes of 619 having a good advantage as it switched has now been shattered. Technical pause seems to be coming in soon, as I did hear that disconnect sound, and oh, just look at me. Might see a technical host in a second, but what an absolute game here for both teams, as they are really showing us why they're both in the playoffs. CC, beautiful. 619, beautiful. You don't expect to take rounds from CC or anybody else on Nighthaven, especially when it's their favorite map. The question is, can they continue to show us that continued form, or are we just going to see a one-time thing? Abolish currently is 10-4 with Gazer with an assist in his pocket. They're doing beautifully. They brought it back. They were completely struggling. Vizsla not having the greatest of games, but maybe that audio glitch was something to deal with. It's slowly showing the true colors of why we want to see amazing playoff games and not just straight blowouts. And this is what I live for, ladies and gentlemen. They'll go upstairs for the first time. CC, beautiful game by them. Beautiful way to bring themselves back in. They got their heads out of where the sun don't shine, and now they are going to be having a great time on defense, and not in general. Just speaking, everybody loves CC. Everybody loves them on Nighthaven. The question is, who in general doesn't love defending upstairs? CC known to absolutely reap on this site. 619 getting the rounds where it counts. Azami, just that operator you can never miss, but look at the roster coming in here from 619. They have the Chaos Operator Blitz. They have the Finka. They have everybody needed to ensue straight hell onto this site. What can they do to Raptors? Because that site, that area is just so essential. Somehow, Bandit survives with his life. I don't know how Vizsla is alive right now, but Abolish needs to give a stim out. And for now, he needs to get across as your teammate is 1 HP and he needs your current aid. Oh, Abolish is just not going to do anything. Okay. Blitz seemingly kept a secret right now as he's just waiting to look for a play, waiting to go up those CC stairs as there's no warden on the board, just a barricade guarding the dock. He's made his way into the building and the pressure is going to be built up. Frags from Finka could take care of that C4 and Doc does give it up. Potentially might have heard that blitz and Finka dealing damage as well, and now that is a little bit of something and a little bit of a taste of what you're gonna have to deal with for the rest of the round. C4 detonated to no avail. Vulcan popped, but guess what? CC control is now 619s and make it even better for them. They'll get a first pick, maybe a second, letting that LMG rip, hopefully to find a kill, but that'll be messaged for first. A man falls and a Surge will be picking him up really quickly as it is going to regenerate momentarily. Protected by the Cuba barrier. Bandit trying to get aggressive here. He'll find one. He'll find the second. Surge not used fast enough. The third. And what a game. What a round by CC. They got their heads in the game and managed to get 3 bodies in a matter of 3 seconds. And Vipex is refragged instantly. What just happened? Oh my days, 619 had 2-man advantages and just fell after fell after fell. You have to get them crutches to lean back on themselves. What did we just witness? They had the advantage from heaven and they couldn't make it work. They fell short. And again, you just have to give credit where credit is due. 619's attack wasn't bad, but CC's defense is just that much better, where it doesn't look like it's going to go in their favor, but they'll manage to find 3 kills out of the hat and deal with it magically. Basement is a site you do not want to deal with, especially when that Animus hatch is open. It's almost impossible to get in the site unless you can make things happen, and by things I mean absolute miracles, as nobody wants to deal with this site. Verticality soon to be established. A couple of roamers, just a handful of them, nothing crazy. An early exit from CC last season is going to make this all the more better if they can manage to cinch it to the finals. Flash is raining in. Quickie walking right into it and getting fragged out shortly after. 1 man dealt with. Leave it up to 1 more. Make that 2 as Vizsla also comes up the exo stairs and makes himself a problem. 1 body in sight. It'll be 2 as Gazer will give up the soft roam to allow his team to do what his team needs to do. The man roaming is 12-4. The next is 2-5, not having the best of games, but it's CC, and they also have plenty of rounds to be able to make things work. Dokubi perfectly timing that and is going to deactivate his cell when they're waiting for him. C4 not used. Flash is used perfectly, and she has flashed herself. As she'll be going above, not watching the overhang. Thermite a little bit more weary, but not weary enough. But he's ran down since. Double kill for Abolish as he has just went up the stairs, gone back down, dealt with 2 bodies, and made sure nothing happened. Quick reaction will get him 3. Almost a TK to get him the 4th. But again, Stim still in the pocket. Vipex getting dealt down to 1 HP. And Crypto running at him for full speed, but dealt by Gazer below. 2v1, 1vx, as all that's left from Crypto is just to rotate back to site and play the time. 3 Toxic Babes and Vulcan still to pop. 4-3 to give them that round differential that they've never had. 2 rounds in the pocket is something CC has just not had. But Abolish makes it very clear that he's interested in that. 15 and 5, a 3 KD is absolutely beautiful. The case not in hand, loose. Crypto getting aggressive. No reaction here by the Bucky surrounding you. Sharks waiting. He won. He got it done. And now 1v3, he'll use it. And he doesn't see him in time. Gazer now just waiting. The shotgun barrel seen on the ground, but not something to be seen. Quick enough reaction, just not there for the Buck as he realizes too late with that knife as Gazer lands that slug shotgun right to his dome. CC looking to not give any more rounds as charity or anything really, as they have an objective and it's to find the order. They made them lose the playoffs last time as they won 2-1 in 2 very close matches. And CC doesn't seem to be the team that loses in overtime, but losing to the order, the next best team, or the team that's better, is just something you want to get your comeback on, and you're not wasting that on 619. They managed to get a team talk, apparently, as they found themselves with a 2-round lead. Abolish looking to get aggressive again. His aggression is just working out for him. Anything he does either lands out in a double, a triple, or a quad, as he is genuinely destroying any dreams of getting CC against CC. Look at that. Look at that absolute poetry. That room, CC. Why am I explaining it? All right. Twitch on the board getting rid of the defaults. Got 1 Vulcan popped in. More to deal with. Soku getting aggressive, very aggressive, and he is looking to get things done, but that's what? To no avail. C4 on the Vipex. Second frag is Quickie's headshot with the map, but now there's external pressure as Bobby will get a kill of his own. Getting closer and closer. Twitch has the faster fire rate. Quickie looking to spray, but Abolish getting taken care of means he has no stims waiting for him. Messaged with the refrag, and he'll get it honestly level. Cade in sight. Gazer in sight, and that's exactly who you're gonna need to rely on to make this round work. Diffuser is loose, needs to be grabbed. That frost map can strike from the grave. The hatch is going to be electrified, and there's no can openers to deal with it, only the EMPs. Ram playing verticality, claiming the case, under a minute left, and I doubt the breaches are open. Breaches are closed. They have Vulcans. They honestly have everything that's a dream. The hatch closed. No external pressure. They can just sit back and relax as the Vulcans can do the job for them. Down a body, but have the sight advantage. quick reactions here as they decide to go ring around the rosy, but it's Vizsla to win his gunfight. You have to funnel in, but the focal point's gonna be from behind. He'll find one. The flashes rain in will temporarily flash them, but it'll be Vizsla sneaking it out from the corner, and that is match point from CC. I told you, having sight this lockdown is a dream for the defenders, and they just backed up and waited. Received that pressure, dealt with the pressure. And wow, what a comeback from CC. Just look at that roster lineup. They've lost directly 5 rounds, 619 not having the greatest of rounds, as they're just getting reaped now. No idea if we're going to be doing 5-minute breaks in between matches. I believe we will be, but I mean, unless I'm told otherwise. .619 gave us that hope. They showed us what we wanted to see, and they are starting to fall. The Order, the obviously hated team in every league I see. They take away everyone's hopes, even the good teams. And hopefully, we're going to see somebody stick it up to them. But honestly, you have like your whole team is Hall of Fame. You're putting the All-Star team in a league and calling it the best. And honestly, it is the best. Jeff Sicko, probably top 3 on controller right now. After probably stomping. I'm not going to say the rest of my list before I get called an absolute idiot, but all you guys can know is stomping number 1, Jeff Sicko's number 3. I'm not going to say he's number 2 before I get clowned. Abolish, back on site, not something you will ever hear me say. But as of right now, all quiet on the Western Front, as the utility is the main objective here for the attackers. Quick swing here by Crypto. Tries to get lucky, but he's 1 and 8. The only thing that's lucky is 619 that they have somebody making this many mistakes. That Kiba barrier is going to be gone. The ones that regenerate are no longer going to be regenerating. You're stuck with the ones placed right now, and they're going to have to make do. Quick response by the SMG-11 to get things done, and a man walking up is going to get a very easy kill on Vizsla, and that is Raptors control established. Grimby's looking to get some live pings. Gazer going down 2v4, make it a 1 as Mesjid is just reaping. C4 tossed out, no avail. He's looking to get that fort, but it'll be Chris to steal it from him. And now 6-4 as they've managed to prolong either the defeats or to take them to OT. This is starting to get better and better. They have a round of their own. How are they going to continue to pursue this? Basement, yet again, a site that we saw get turned into an absolute playground for Abolish as he just ran around and reaped. 15-7. Haven't seen him for the last 2 rounds, but again, 15 kills. You can do whatever the hell you want. Quickie looking to get lucky off the first spawn peek, but spawn peeking has not been too hot in general today. Stim makes sure that damage is completely stitched up, no trace of it ever. And the Ace has limited supplies to get this wall open, and there's going to be a bandit committing to get it denied. And if he can find those Selmas, it'll be imperative to their defense and just playing their time. Ram playing verticality, no avail, as his teammate gets picked off. That's first soft breacher gone and dusted. Soku taken care of. The breach has been denied, and the Ace knows there is no way he can sacrifice 2 more of his charges when the main wall is still closed, and so is Animus. Second, Mesjid, 11-7. He's getting things done, and wow, absolutely underrated play. Bandit getting a very easy kill, and there you go, buddy, as he is getting his kill finally. 2-8. He got himself on the board, and now the Deimos track, the death mark will be used directly on Quickie. A little bit of a stalemate, but he's outside. Chris terrorizing from within, and a 3v3 is going to be now. ACOG placement, it was just so beautiful, but to no avail. Quickie with the headshot to deal with business. Minute 14, plenty of time to play the verticality, but not something you want to do when you have a roamer and you're down a man. Crypto seemingly forgetting his headset at home, and he's playing at a 7-Eleven as he is just out of it. Does one good thing, then completely messes it up, but his team has been left in a situation like this before. Gazer with 3 toxic babes, and now C4 in the pocket of the Valkyrie. Verticality, more damage dealt to the Deimos than the Valkyrie, and Gazer still has the Volcan canister, still has the toxic babes, and this is going to be a beautiful late round play. They're going for cargo, using audio to mask, but trying not to flank his own teammate. The flashes rain in, but they're only doing them harm, as Gazer plays passive with a shotgun. Another man walks in, gets punished for it. And this cross is just too heavy to deal with Gazer. What are you looking at, Bobby? Seemingly forgetting your eyes at home. And damn, taken care of. That is the game. CC take it home, because what else would you expect from them in 619, falling short by a couple of rounds? What a game, ladies and gentlemen. And that's our first out of 3. So that, without further being said, is going to be the beginning of many, many games, and you should be just as excited as I am. Opening remarks will be brought as we do come back from the break. I hope you guys enjoyed that game as much as I did, and we will be back soon.
compelling events you will experience.
We're back. Clubhouse. CC defends first. A nightmare for whoever's playing against them. 619 attacks. Can they push it to Skyscraper? We've seen an absolutely beautiful game the first time around. The upsets from the first 6 rounds, and then CC just proceeded to put the lead on their back and run away with it completely. You had a men going 2-8, and they still absolutely reaped. We're going to be in for an interesting game. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'll get out of your way, and we are underway for our potential map point. CC just needs to win this to take the game and the series home, and they will advance on to the semifinals. Azami is not going to see the light of day, and honestly, not a surprise. Nobody wants to deal with Azami, especially on Clubhouse. Nighthaven Clubhouse are just not those maps where you want to give anybody that leeway to have the insane advantage, and especially not CC. Church and Arsenal will be the site because they've decided to ban Kaid and Azami, but they've allowed that Mira to stay on the board, which is going to be absolutely imperative to their holds. I'm hearing right now from my DMs that they don't have an IGL. I'm hearing 619 don't have an IGL. And the only thing I have to say to that is, why the hell not? You need an IGL, especially if you've already gotten to quarters and not the normal one. Okay, so they have an IGL, just not their normal one. And that's why you need to practice with both when you're doing dry runs or scrims. You need to know the different plays of each IGL and which one likes what better. They're a little bit late to the site setup, but as of right now, they have the time and all of it, as these guys need to play a little bit slower or a little bit faster. In both cases, something needs to happen, as they've completely lost the plot. You have Crypto sticking his face out of tunnel, and what the hell is he doing? Dirt is going to be very interesting, to say the least, and Abolish is going to be in strip all by himself, leaving 3 players to sit in sight. Make it Legion if he can runs back in. Habana might fall victim to this. Swing out, Crypto. You know what? You forgot your headset at home, but your eyeballs are intact. Beautiful first pick as he gets rid of the first, and that is their Habana gone. Hatches have been denied unless they have can openers, which they luckily do. Vipex has to choose getting either 1 or 3. They gotta get something here. They have to get either the bar and the kitchen, or they have to get a combination that's gonna work out for them. Moto and kitchen is the only thing that works out in their favor, as blue, there's 2 areas you can walk down and get direct pressure from. First Twitch drone, I thought you need to bring a mute, does not get taken care of fast enough, so small victories 1 by 1 here for 619 as they'll take care of that Twitch drone. Crypto taking care of the second, but he will be taken care of in return. You shoot his drone, he'll shoot your face. And that is Crypto taken care of. Vipex to be the next victim, and Stargazer has now started running wild. No hatch popped out. He needs a stim, and he needs it fast. He'll be in the meat freezer, and he is going to get turned into a dead body. Not before Abolish, as he's seemingly deleted. Bobby has the faster reaction time, and the pressure now has been 10 times more real, as the rotate all the way out in the dirt can be real, but the pistol will take care of him, and shooting a lot of bullets into his body. CC's trademark, 2 bodies in sight and 3 bodies upstairs. The man with the can openers has now been deceased. The Mira will live to see another day, as there's 1 left, and the Wamais are protecting him from the grave. Hatches will remain closed, meaning you have to pick stairs. You have to pick something. There's 30 seconds left, meaning those Vulcans popped are going to play more against you than in your favor. Vizsla going to need a hell of a lot of more help than he thinks he needs, as the Mira does get eventually popped by the Twitch. pressure starting to get applied from everywhere, from dirt, from main, from blue, from everywhere, but it's completely nullified, and they're going to rotate off, and one man has to come in, and it will be nullified with the case on Ash. Message making it a triple kill, and it's Vizsla left in a 1v3 situation where he has to just deny the case. He's done exactly that. He's denied too, and that is exactly what you need from CC to get themselves on the first round. You gotta work faster than that. You can't be second guessing yourself, and Crypto's late round reinforcement onto dirt just led the round into the hands of CC. Punishments from the grave from Gazer and Crypto. Beautiful teamwork, and Vizsla to put that final nail in the coffin. Him and Crypto were having not the best of games, and they have single-handedly won their team the game. Or the round, eventually. They will be sent upstairs. The chassis, oh so beautiful, as they'll take on Gym Bedroom next. A little bit of toxicity from teammate to teammate, as now they are starting to get mad at each other in their own chats. 619, mental chalk to say the least, but they're still swinging it. Jim is the hold, but a man has been trapped in a garage, and there's no rotate from Nasik Asylum for not a single teammate, except for the one sneakily waiting on the oil rigs, waiting, and Sledge is going to be unaware of this. All he has to do is lay down. Lay down and wait for your bodies. But while we wait for you, we're going to see Vizsla just start doing 360s and work around. What the hell? He just got shot to the floor. First phone call gets used, and that is that element of surprise completely gone. You didn't hear it collectively, but damn, Crypto. There's nothing you could have done. There's nothing for me to insult, sadly. No Asylum to sight, but Abolish. Look at that recoil control from distance as the breach remains closed and his gun remains in his hands and taking care of Masjid fast, quick. Trying to get lucky from the vert, but again, you still haven't taken care of the Cade Claw. They're bandits, not even Cade as he's banned. I just realized. A jammer and two bandits have managed to burn off 2 minutes off the clock. CC, honestly, in a position that every team would dream of in the quarterfinals, and if it continues this pace, this game is going to be done. Mental chalk breach is not open. You're making your progress into the site a minute in, and you're softing it. You're not even close to site. You still have to clear construction with the pressures of the people that are holding construction. Vipex getting himself on the board from red stairs. That's Warden gone and dusted, leaving Cash to be anyone's game. And main stairs pressure does come in from Chris as he'll get one. He needs another one in his hand, but a C4 won't even connect with him. And Quickie gets aggressive. That's exactly where you want the aggression to be applied, because there's 30 seconds left and you were going to deal with 3 areas of attack, but now it's been just narrowed down to 2 from the highway windows and construction. 20 seconds left and 2 bodies in con. The last one is going to be on highway. They need to get the plant down. C4 was used on those main stairs, as you saw earlier in Castle. Has the superposition as he's dealing damage to everybody. Double teamed. And now Quickie again just dealing the damage he needs to deal. He can shoot the legs. He can shoot the leg, but it's not good enough. But a quick clutch will allow him to clutch. Oh my god. A quick clutch will allow him to clutch. Quickie. What do you expect when CC clutches rounds back to back? This is insane. Honestly, the mental chalk is deserved. CC having a game that speaks volumes. It'll be so much more easy for them to advance, as there is no responses, as 619 is silenced 2 rounds in a row with the advantage in both of those rounds. CC is their last resort. Everybody I've talked to hates the site. I even hate the site when I play ranked. Nobody in their right mind will play this. And this is going to be an interesting hold. Let's take a look at the predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, CC has an 85% chance at winning this game straight from the prediction. A little bit of an exaggerated wall. I don't know why you'd put it upside down, but I mean, whatever works for you, boss. 2 rounds right now stolen for CC in absolute rounds that should have never been lost. The first mirror has been popped, and that's the only thing that's been going in favor of them. Somebody shoot that stupid radio, because I'm not trying to listen to that for the rest of the round. Abolish getting aggressive. Haven't seen much of him recently. No 15 kills for him, and seemingly recognizes my presence. But now, 2 minutes. And what does the attacking team have to show for it? They've gotten 1 breach, but no progression, as they have a breach charge pre-placed. But what are they going to do with it? Opening up all of the barricades, but Castle has seeked asylum all the way deep in the garage. Ash getting closer, making Crypto put in a horrible situation. This poor guy in bad situations, dealing with so much pressure. Vizsla taking care of the main breach. That's 1 orifice detected, 1 located, and that is some pressure deactivated. Crypto gets a kill. Abolish gets a kill. Vizsla had a kill, but he was reloading. I don't know how the hell Grim didn't see that. 619 turned them into 0-6-1. But now, they are going to have some struggles. 5v2, and stims are awaiting if Abolish can get them safely back on the site, but he's going to be too busy getting a kill. Double kill for him, and that is going to be a near flawless round, as Crypto will end it out 3-0. And 3 more rounds of this straight destruction against 619. My apologies. Basement yet again. We haven't seen the man himself, Vizsla, on the site since he won it, as that objective rotation parameter unlocks it for him. But this has been an interesting game. This is not the best of situations for 619. From the Undertakers to being the ones that are getting stomped on by CC, just another stat. But they have the opportunity to bring it back. CC brought it back from 3 rounds down, and now the opportunity to do the same is in 619's hands. I thought he just landed that 1 tap. Stargazer gets taken care of quite easily from CC wall. He really tried to get lucky there. They're really pushing it, but 3-0. Nonetheless, there's still a lot to come back from, and Gazer getting taken care of. An essential pick for those mirrors, but let's see how it'll play out. a little box for you guys, a little gibbet for you. These guys are on their own map and they're putting up less of a fight. Concerning. A stim is just a millimeter away, and this is going to be an interesting round. Let's see how Abolish will play this out. You know you need to check your corners. Again, Twitch has been absolutely amazing on just getting rid of certain things. The Grims have been put in the areas you'd expect him to be. What about the areas you're not expecting him to be? Circling the hatch, Abolish is very, very possible to get lucky right here. But he just needs to distribute his stim. Bossman, give your teammate the stim. Meat Freezer. Wow, Speedy Gonzalez over here on the floor. What the hell? Vipex running past the C4, looking down, frying him on the vert. Honestly, the most well-deserved kill I've ever seen. And yet, Quickie still doesn't have a stim in his hands. Wow, Abolish taken care of by Meskin, and wow. Quick response as 45 seconds is left on the board and they're planting. No mirrors, nothing. They're just getting the plant down. Crypto taken care of, and from down 3-0 to a flawless round, have they decided to get their heads out of where the sun don't shine and get on themselves on the board, bro. Damn. What a round. This sparkling water is not being nice to me right now. Holy. Right back to the basement, as this is literally one of their only viable choices. They've won every single round, and we haven't seen a bar stage set up, sadly. But now, this is their second last defensive round. After this, they'll be able to defend Gym Bedroom, and then from there, they'll be able to switch on to attack either 4-2 or all tied up. Stargazer not looking to get lucky this time, just playing on the site, getting those discs down, and we will be seeing one man off of site make that 2 and 3. Okay. Abolish not doing anything exciting, you know, just being Abolish. And giving somebody else the dock that seemingly will die because everybody has not gotten a stim. We've seen 4 operators go down to 1 HP and not receive a stim because somebody was hungry for a kill. This time, the Meat Freezer is the next on the chopping block. Hopefully, Speedy Gonzalez doesn't just run in and get a kill here. But as the pre-fire will go through, C4 is tossed and no connections. Crypto most likely undetected by anybody, really. They're just waiting. Twitch looking to get lucky here. But Legion gives up his position. But what is the Twitch doing? Quick reaction. But wow. Honestly, you've done yourself a disservice by forgetting all of your motor functions at home. You had a kill dead to rights, but Quickie will be here to pick up after you. He'll get himself a kill, and that's verticality taken care of, but maybe a little bit too late to the cause as she's gotten most of the site dealt with. Abolish taking care of kitchen walk-in, but nobody watching his Twitch looking for that lounge walk-in, getting that aggression. Grim taking care of the case is loose, down confirmed. Where is Twitch? Habana is behind, linking up with her to assume that Control and Abolish will be pushed back down to the site. Gridlock is actually unaware of what is going on around her. I am just so concerned for both teams on what is happening. Doesn't get easier than that for Crypto. And who else? Who else but Crypto to fall to the easiest skill known to man? He gets the hardest, but the easiest here will fail. A 3v3 and they're all pushed back to site with a minute 30 seconds burned. And it all boils down to how can they use their utility and can they get their plant down. The dirt hall is completely closed. They can just play in there and just play annoying until the round ends. But 2 Goyos left in the pocket for Abolish. Maybe place him now. Habana walking down, getting aggressive, but Gazer, not a man you want to get in on the receiving end of his gun. Quick reaction, but not quick enough, as you need to be ADS'd in order for you to get a kill. But Abolish taking care of moto control. All of 619's, and this is the comeback we were talking about. Vipex needs to get taken care of to be able to get himself onto the site. And Habana not covering properly enough, but Gridlock delayed enough to be able to just get things done. But wow, that could have been wrong. That could have been horrible if he had decided to wrap around the hallway and use that mirror, because that was popped. 2 rounds, comeback, 619 have gotten themselves on the board. And this is what you expect from a team that is playing on their own map. Gym Bedroom, as we were mentioning before, is going to be the last site for CC, where they can either claim a double differential, or we're going to be going 3-3 yet again. Gym Bedroom hasn't been the easiest of sites of CC, but when it really mattered, they managed to make it work. Quick clutches, 2 rounds in a row. They're leaving it to the clutches, which honestly isn't the best, but as long as you get the round out of it, who cares? All quiet as we're just seeing them. They waste so many valuable seconds trying to get this breach open, but luckily Crypto's not even in the vicinity to try to deny the breach, and it will get opened up with ease. No cams below to watch Secret or the man playing below near the ladders and rigs. Crypto always has some good positioning, but never has the aim to back it up. 619 just needs to be aware that this game is time-based, but there's a man in the room. The question is, who's going to be denying you? You have a wild roamer who can be playing C4, but no, Crypto has decided to use barbed wire on Bandit. Gazer threading the needle through the shelf and gets it done. 1 kill, Crypto for the second, run out, but quickly refragged. Habana tries to go in for a quick hop, and Gazer getting a little aggressive. Knowing how nice he is, he probably didn't even mean to shoot the body. Vipex getting a kill, but getting taken care of. It's a 3v1, and it looks like this round is over. Mesjid, though, left in a 1vx. I was going to say, very possible, but you went up against the man himself. That is Gazer to absolutely reap. No entry allowed through CC and more, as they'll get their round again. 2 shaky rounds for them, but they've managed to seal it out with a 4-2 lead as they'll switch on to attack. Inching slower. Oh my god. This sparkling water has me absolutely tweaking out. This game, this series, slowly starting to inch towards the end. This is going to be a very interesting end to a game, because we might see another comeback. All 619 needs to do is just win the 2 rounds like they did again, and they're all level. Or we're just going to see CC run away with the lead for the 2nd time in a row, because we've been in a similar situation again. Vipex leaving at the worst possible scenario. You needed bodies and you've already lost one naturally on defense. But they're going for a basement hold with an extension. You know what? This is tech. I'm not gonna judge until I see what's gonna happen here. Just not the best of situations to be overreaching so much space when you've lost a man. What is up with the Goyos and keeping 2 Vulcans in the pocket? Quick reaction by Message. Saves his life and gets the kill? Wow, that's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie to you, beautiful. Crypto finally learns what a gun is and lands a headshot. And save Ferez for your Habana. Goyo getting popped does take care of the castle, and you ought to know that. And Bobby rotating back to same with Nullify, and Chris giving them full control of the hatches and verticality. Crypto looking for my dad on the imaginary roam, but a minute 30 has been burned, a minute 30 left in regulation. And this round matters a lot more than you think it would. And we might see a rehost here if this guy doesn't join back. Verticality being established. And they're put in a situation where they got to get the hatches open in time for them to be able to get an execute where they can drone. A minute left. They're very good for time. They have 2 bodies on the board. And right now, no mirror has been integrated for some reason. This site setup, they were all focused about getting upstairs set up that didn't actually focus directly on site. Nullify with a quick wallbang. Chris with a response of his own to get 2, but Crypto waking up. 3v1, 2v1 as Bobby will find a response, easing up that pressure from Blue. But a very easy run, and if he just goes for it, that's exactly what he'll do. Gazer knows exactly what needs to happen to be able to get the plant down. Doc being granted safe passage, she will to go get the plant down, but Gazer now has his gun accessed. And this is going to be an interesting situation. A little bit of ring around the rosy. The wallbang will deal more damage, and you need to use a stim. That's exactly what it'll do. Quickie repositioning. Seeking asylum in the site, no longer a viable option, as the double team and the double pinch will allow the kill. 5-2. CC is doing exactly what he said they would do and just grab the lead and run away with it slowly but surely, as we will head on into a timeout because somebody has forgotten how their internet works. What a round, honestly. Mesjid had the potential to get the luckiest and nicest headshot ever. Quick flick almost took off the face of the Habana, but he did just get downed, no headshots, and everybody lives happily ever after. This sparkling water is absolutely ruining my voice right now. Maybe I should stop taking it. As of right now, as things stand, CC have the easiest win known to man. It's 5-2. They're down rounds, and this is going to be an absolute powerhouse for them as they'll move on to the next upcoming rounds. They found their footing. They know what they want to do. They know how they want to do it, and they've been executing it even with time against them, sometimes bodies against them. They've still managed to execute. As of right now, I will send us into a break just so we can figure out what the hell's going on, and we will be back shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently my game doesn't work. There we go. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for the delay. Straight back into it. 5-2 was the previous scoreline, and I did not know we were 1 round shy away from match point. I know the bans are not going to be... As the round will commence, I will get these bans slowly but surely on the top of your screen. That's why we have this beautiful, beautiful overlay while we allow these guys to get things done. Goyo's being popped, aces being thrown, and things being done. First call being used. That is going to be priority negative for this vigil. Nullify getting one, Bobby getting the next. Maybe this time torch is exactly what they needed as they're starting to run wild. 2v5. What the hell just happened to this team? Completely revamped as they're finding every single kill they can get. Ace looking to get lucky here, but wow, this site is a little odd, and this setup is even better. You have 5. We were judging it before, but it's going way better for them. Flawless avoided, but you have all of the defenders circling. Nullify wins the engagement and extends out their prolonged deaths, and it goes to 5-3 as we switch on out. And a tech pause, apparently. As we wait, ladies and gentlemen, if I send you guys to a waiting screen, you're gonna punch me in the face. If we wait here, we're gonna get punched in the face collectively. And we go right back onto a tech pause. Oh, Jesus Christ. After the 50th rehost, we're back in, ladies and gentlemen. They will be going fucking gym bedroom. They'll go upstairs. They'll have gym again. The glitch didn't allow us to do it the first time. We'll have it the second. They need to take this round to close the differential down to just 1. Breach charges not in the hands of the Thatcher, but it will be something else to deal with. Abolish waiting for anybody to play off the rigs to get lucky off of, but this Goyo is all the way downstairs and reading right back to site. First engagement, right to Masjid, and honestly, we've taken more time in the Rios than it has 65 rounds. Could have been we could have went to map 3. If they make a comeback to play map 3, I'm going to bed. You're hilarious. Late reinforcement in the round, a little bit risky. Engagement will be CC in top red the first 2, and hopefully they won't lose the first body. CC falling first, keeping their hold strong. Messed a little bit of a whiff, but he will deal damage as well. And Quickie will be the second one to be taken care of. Third, as now CC losing their footing slowly but surely. 2v4 as Crypto's the only one to find a response. Gazer just waiting alongside with Crypto. They're being wearied, looking for any type of swamp peak, but right now they're all just going to be relaxed. They have the mirrors up. They're waiting. C4 is no longer in hand, but they have denial. They have the bodies. What else is there to ask for? Seconds left and a lot left to do. They need to lock in. Gazer does have the Selma breach in charge, and that's why they're waiting, but time is of the essence, so they're not going to wait it up. Nobody's sitting behind the desk, and Gazer needs to do something here. 40 seconds the clock. It's all running down, and it looks like this round might be 619 if they can't find themselves around here. Castle dealing some damage. His Selma breach will be shot off. And they need to take logistics control. Castle making it a 1v4, and this will be the round differential now just closed out just to one singular round. All waiting. They're all stationary. Not a single man wants to play into the bait except for Bobby. He'll get taken care of. Make that another 7 seconds left. 1v3. Looks like we're going to a map where it is going to be 5-4, and are we going to potentially go to a map 3? Rehost Central. This is going to be an interesting game. If somebody complains, I am literally PC off. I'll tell my Alexa to do an Irish jig. CC and Cash next on the chopping block, and hopefully they can hold it a little bit better. Right now they're finding their footing. 619 apparently needed 36 rehosts to be able to get those rounds, and honestly, mental chalk when you wait. Oh, where am I on the map? All right. Garage, risky hold, especially when you don't have the Azami. Double Goyo to make it a little easier, and you have the verticality here with the castle. Vipex looking to get aggressive here. CC window completely blocked off, meaning anybody who punches it is essentially giving themselves an alarm to get located and picked off and dealt with. Gone 6 is going to be an easy kill for whoever gets on the receiving end of this, but Castle needs to be ready. Nullify already taking damage, and he is going to be a victim if this Castle just remains stationary and waiting. A little bit late. Castle still setting up, making a rotate, hopping through Lounge, and Twitch just waiting to get something done. The drone giving the intel that is so very needed to be able to establish control of Lounge. You have the red support. Twitch completely aware that there's a man walking down, dealing the damage. Nullify is going to be in need of another stim for the second time, and Quickie will be the man to take damage from below, or for directly on from construction. C4, no connection, and construction is going to be the new point, but it'll be Crypto to delete whoever's in his way. Quick run up by the Goya will take care of Vizsla. The gunfight is going to be over. All the action is going to slowly die down while we wait for them to readjust and get those executes going. Breach needs to be open. Bandit has has one shock wire, 2 shock wires left, and Mesjid is just reaping from below, swinging anything that moves, and it's working as he's managed to get the man advantage again. He needs to be refragged. It needs to be refragged now as they're starting to lose their grasp on the site. They have the lounge control. They have construction. But do they have anything that'll confirm them around? The attacker is turning to the defender and vice versa, as Mesjid looking to get lucky. But again, no Azami means easier gunfights on those rafters, but you need to find a gunfight where you're not the one put at a disadvantage, and that's very hard. But red is literally the only point of interest where if you can clamp it from red, from construction, if you can get that 3-way pinch going, this will be an interesting play. They can just powerhouse their way into red as nobody's watching. Bandit now playing close as that one body is going to make all the difference. Mesjid on a triple kill. This kid's just reaping from within. 5-4. It's going to be 5-5 soon enough if Quickie doesn't have a quick enough response. Same with Gazer, as he can't pre-fire this Bandit enough. That holographic just not quick enough of a reaction. And now it'll be 5-5 as they'll go all level. What a comeback, I would say, if, you know, we didn't rehost 16 times, but 619 going from Undertaker to Underwaster as they've managed to waste 45 minutes out of a BO3 series, but we'll move on to Church and Arsenal. They'll take us on downstairs. No Cade, because he's off the board. Tabaro not installed in this lineup. And right now you'll have who else but Mesjid to be roaming. The kid is just absolutely consistent when it comes to this. CC got picked apart the last time they tried to attack this setup, so I'm going to be a little interested to see how they'll boil it down now. Droning in, making sure there's no easy traps, and it looks like the way they dismantle this is by 5-man rushing it. Not a single man aware. Where the hell is everybody? They're all waiting, and they'll be in sight. Quick flash will take care of this Mira. Oh my god, Gazer. Get yourself in the aim labs, boss man. Castle looking there to help him out, but that plant is going to go down regardless of what happens. And a quick reconsolidation will be able to get them the kill, but completely unaware there's a man behind you. Look behind you, and damn, they just tossed it. Match point's going to go into the favor of 619. A horrible readjustment. What are you doing? Giving the man the defuse is very well deserved, as that rush play was going to happen and wallbanging him off of it. And what is going on as they'll confirm their own win. And 619 will take match point in the first time, the lead on a CC, as they prevent series point narrowly. Wow. Match point, ladies and gentlemen, and CC, a very well-requested timeout, honestly. It couldn't boil down to a better time than this, as you very much need it. You need to bring back 3 rounds in a row to be able to take home this series right here, right now. We're on map 2, that map that's either going to decide whether you go home or you'll take the series nice and easily. But as it comes to an easy end, we'll be in for an interesting round. Can they push this to map 3? The site they struggled with, but the one with the most adversities, is going to manage. And honestly, this was their most 50-50 site, but it has the potential to take them home and take it to map 3 on Skyscraper, where anything can happen. Well discussed timeout. Honestly, just some things you need to crank out. You need to talk about what's been going wrong, and obviously some things to speak on, and hopefully it's been helping them, because if it doesn't, they will be screwed. Masjid will be the one playing red. This guy, I don't think I've seen him a single time in sight. Buck getting very aggressive. Crypto, a very underrated player in this series, as he's been deleting anybody to walk into his path. Almost a double kill here in his hands, as he's going to be waiting it timely. Next man to deal with has a shield that's long gone, no longer with us. And this is going to be an interesting round. 5v3, Crypto essentially gets 2, finds his way into Khan. Claymore onto Chris. Chris with a kill on the Gazer. The Arbiter's now taken care of, which gives them an advantage, but honestly, too late, as they've lost 2 essential bodies. Buck looks to walk into sight. 3 kills for Crypto, and the last man is just backed up into the bathroom. And honestly, the timeout, I've never seen it so fast in effect, as they'll take it to overtime. The second last potential site, unless we go all 15 rounds, will be Church and Arsenal. They want to buy a landslide due to just the bodies dropping so fast in abundance, and we're going to be in for an interesting round if they cannot lock these rounds in. CC, if they can take this round, they win this on defense. They were absolutely pummeling 619 on their own defense. So we'll be in for an interesting round, as they're not going to be going for that rush any longer. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. I honestly just have such an abundance of emotions. I don't know how to feel. Quick wallbang, looking to claim the life of Masjid, the man who's been terrorizing them for rounds on end. And it's going to be around where he is going to be the pain to deal with, as he is literally the man that denies the focal point of attack every single time around. And this honestly is the weirdest extension ever. We've seen how easy it is to let up blue when you go for that full extension. The hatch is soft and it's very easy to extend out. But what the hell is the setup? I've never seen this before. What is this? First kill in the favor of Masjid. Who else? Double kill as he... Wow. Really? Really, guys? Really? 2 kills in the favor for Mesjid as he'll take care of the hard breacher again, and the Mantle can find those hard breachers and the roam clears, and now Dokkaebi gone is going to be a problem for somebody that has to deal with 3, maybe more roamers. Bearing 9 deals some damage. Why is Vizsla not using his Type 89? Beams him down to 1 HP, and if somebody can get to him in time, it'll be an easy res and an easy kill as nullifies at 1 HP. Looking to get a stim from the verticality. Can the stim hit his toe? He needs to move. It's not possible to get. If he walks into it, he'll get taken care of, and that's exactly what he'll do. The Doc just too late to help out, and he'll rotate back to site as Vizsla. Again, similar situation to a couple rounds ago. He's safe for a res. And now, the objective, get your kills on site. All bodies have rotated back now, and it's all about keeping your bodies on site and getting your kills. Is he running a shotgun or something? I'm confused. Where the hell is this guy's AR? No, he has an ACOG, just preferring to destroy kids with... You know what? No judgment passed here. The hatch is already open. 50 seconds left, meaning the drones are going to be a little bit risky to send in now. That's because of how annoying you'll be when it comes down to the last 20 seconds. You'll be annoying for the defenders, but guess what? They'll have time on their hands. They have a C4. They have stims. They have everything they need. All level right now. They have the health advantage. The hatch is 1, still closed. And you have to sacrifice something to get it open as fast as humanly possible, as that clock is starting to run out. Dropping the hatch. Abolish needs to get himself in the site. Doc reaping damage. Castle in blue. The Doc is flat. You need to win that gunfight, but the Castle has something to say for himself. Vizsla winning a gunfight of his own. Getting picked off by the Doc, and it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, unless this is the greatest clutch of all time, we are going to be going to match point 4619. Overtime. There's no pushing this. We've already gone past regulation. CC need 2 rounds of the response of their own. The site they've sucked on, respectively, is no longer an option as basement does get locked away for 619, meaning it will finish on attack, yes, for CC, but it will be on a site they haven't got completely thrashed on. CC overtime apparently doesn't apply to their basement rounds as they've struggled to find a response that's set up, and honestly, I would too. What is a man to do against that? They'll take us to gym bedroom where they've been freakishly good at clutching it twice now, where they've just taken 1v access to hard and won every single one of them. Hopefully this ace has better luck than Stargazer. Ever since that whiff on Blitz, hasn't been feeling himself. But come on, he's the man known. Breach and CC gets open, turning the attention of 3 of the defenders. And they've done a beautiful job of holding it. Let's see if they can continue that streak. First shotgun kill in the favorite. Chris gone. Dusted Sledge no longer an option to get these windows open. But before he left, he gave the parting gift of getting them all open. The man trying to peek. Vizsla gets taken care of really easily, but Abolish will be there to get 1, and they're starting to pinch him as that pressure needs to be relieved, and that's why you'll have that second man on the construction door playing very special and very heavy on the time. You have 1 breach open. Ash just running in full speed, looking to get aggressive here. A little bit of a zoom bug going on, but Abolish has the ability to just completely disrupt this attack. What's up with people running barbed wire on Bandit? Needing to rotate out. Gazer will get a kill. And we've seen him on Castle right from within. They need to go back to site. That's exactly what they'll do. Ace getting taken care of right after the Ash, and they will go to all 15 rounds. 7-7 overtime, and it'll all happen right here. They don't have to worry about going downstairs anymore, and this will either end or we'll go to map 3 after this one round. There's no more pushing it. It's gone to its limits. There's no regulation. And CC has found a response for every response from 619, and now we're going to be in for an interesting round if they can manage to hold this on. Technical difficulties for the 3rd time. There is no possible way. You need to do something so imperative, so important to do something and just start wasting our time. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it gets sadder than this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am not going to lie to you. I don't know what to say to you. I'm gonna send it to a pause, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back. I don't even know what to tell you. I'm sorry. The dying round, ladies and gentlemen, after every single rehost pause and technical difficulty used for them, we move on to the last round. If this goes map 3, I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna be angry. It'll be passionate, but it'll be angry. You guys know the bands are at the top. See how it'll play it out. 7-7 OT, Gym Bedroom. They've just lost it. And they've just won. This is going to be one to talk about for the ages to come. 6 rehosts is how you get things done. Abolich's drone is doing 360s looking for somebody. Good shot because you need to get rid of that mute chamber before you can make magic happen. Buck playing verticality, and that is how you get that pressure and make it all the more real and get things done. So far, they're gonna get in, look to get their builds, get the first frag, and that's exactly what's needed right now. 2 bodies on site are going to be setting up, the rest completely assigned to getting their kills. Mesjid will be playing Cash Room, and they are just dealing damage. Chris will take care of Quickie, hop off the box, and take care of business. Warden looking to take care of business, but not a quick enough reaction. He'll take care of one, he'll take care of the second. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to map 3. Are you kidding? We're going to map 3. He sees the backside of the Warden. He'll take care of the Warden as he'll take us down through. And it is a minute 30. They're down 2 bodies. Gazer not having the greatest of games. And Nullify will pierce and thread that needle. Looks like, ladies and gentlemen, 619 are taking us to Skyscraper. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea how to feel about that. CC righteously mental chalked because 2 rehosts 16 times, and we are going to go to map 3 unless Gazer can get 1 minute and get a kill for every second. Mute getting overly aggressive. He holds the power area, the power angle. He can do whatever the hell he wants in this corner. And now it's just dying seconds until the very obvious thing is going to happen, and that's going to send us to Sky. I told you at the beginning of the stream, is it possible to see a map 3 like the Order did? And we know exactly how map 3 went for them, so let's see how it'll play it out. Ladies and gentlemen, crown 619 as your map 2 victors as we get sent off to Skyscraper after the craziest game I think I've ever seen in my life. After every single map has been wow. After every single map has been exhausted, we will move on to map 3 after a brief break because, you know what? I want to take a brief break this time. I'm gonna time waste. We'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, how many goddamn rehosts has that been to get us to this? So many maps wasted, so many things to talk about, but we're gonna get straight into Skyscraper. I hope you guys have a great time watching this game. Get your predictions in, and hopefully we don't see a rehost, because if we see a rehost, I'm going to bed. So, you know what? Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Taking care of those shield ops. We really haven't seen any Blackbeard play, which kind of makes me a little sad. But let's see how it plays. As the ban phase will come to an end, I'll get this all out your face. You guys have seen what's happened. Landslide on the first map. Second map, wow. Never seen a map take an hour and a half. And then the third, we are on more tech difficulties than Siege SI. And let's see how it'll play out. Ladies and gentlemen, we get sent on to our first round. Tea Room is going to be the next bottle, that next objective we're going to be looking for. We're going to be in for the round where CC defends first. It looks like they're not playing around anymore. When CC defends, you know things are going to go bad. Not a lot of Fenrir play recently, but we are going to see him be integrated. The F-Naught's going to be imperative to deny, and the exhibition extension is something that is mandatory, but not as extensive as it's going to just be the mute and the dock together. No head holes here on to Geisha, meaning it'll be a little harder to take control of Black as sight is not completely set up. No Black rotate, nothing actually. What is going on here? They've completely decided to hold down Exhibition as their main venture. .619 has poked the bear and has this map to figure out what happens when you do exactly that. Only one man in sight, and a smart person would realize this and rotate to Black or Geisha. As of right now, they're going to remain all pushing Exhibition. Shotgun, not nice to be on the receiving end of. One man taken care of. Raged again, as Quickie is not playing around. A swing will give him a second with the SMG-11. Two people have established Exhibition. You got one playing on the overhang, playing that Overwatch to try to catch somebody off guard, but you have Crypto down there with you, and this is going to be an interesting play. He'll get one off the overhang, but your teammate will get fragged out really quickly. Oh my god! Crypto needs... I'm speechless. You go map 3 and you forget how to aim. Quick burst will take care of Chris, and there'll be one body left to deal with, and it'll be Bobby. And he needs to find Mesjid, because this is the man who will help you win your rounds. Crypto, honestly, needs to be publicly shamed for showing us that. Somebody clip that and send it to him. Vizsla and Geisha, Quickie playing top black, and as of right now, 2 players very low and 2 C4s is not a great reaction and not a combo you want to deal with. The only thing they have in the benefits for them is they don't have a lot. But guess what? The head holes won't matter if he throws it through a door, and Quickie on an ace. All he has to do here is swing, but he's not even going to do that. Mesjid wants his 10 points, will get res, survives, baits, and they go up 1-0. They're going to call a timeout to bring back their Mr. Rage. This is going to be an interesting one. He raged. I'm not stopping it. I'm telling you right now. We're playing this game out. No pauses unless my internet explodes in 16 billion pieces. We'll move on to the round in 24 seconds when these guys stop wasting time again. And we will head on to most likely Exhibition as our next site. Exhibition, that next point of attack. That's exactly what is needed. A site that is so competitive. Mira's not on the board. Azami's not on the board, meaning it'll be insanely hard to hold certain areas of the map. Blackbeard also doesn't work in the favor of the attacker, so it's going to be more of a skill-reliant hold. No castle integrated. You have to wonder what's on the chopping block for CC here. If you guys know the tech, if you shoot out the right side of this wall completely, Thermite can't use his collateral damage to be able to open up this drum's wall, but that is just a hidden little gem that can stay between us. The breach is going to get opened up with minimal hesitation as the bandit's not even in the vicinity to deal with that. And a run out is going to happen because you know CC and how they're going to play it, but the question is, when? House breach is going to be the next point of attack, but you detonate that too quick and too slow. Don't give it away. House is going to remain closed, meaning there's only one focal point, and it will be Exhibition side and through the door of Geisha. And honestly, you guys have screwed yourselves over. The Thatcher was completely mistimed, and you're going to have to deal with the roamers as well. Crypto on the roam for some reason. After that aim, the only thing he should be roaming on is aim labs. But first engagement is going to be him versus a DMR. Very powerful. Can he make things happen here? First pick in the favor of Vipex. He'll get himself on the board. Quickly dealt with as Quickie will take care of that connector. And that will be a 4-4 until somebody will pick off the man on the frost map. Shot and cannot get that refrag. Looking to hop in. Twitch can get aggressive here. The question is, can she do it properly? Shutting down one, taking full control of connector. Thermite on the other side of the map, supposedly. If one man falls right now, it's over. Not checking your corners, no bueno for you. Ash taking care of one body, but not looking for the warden, just waiting so patiently. Will get a refrag. 2v2 to 1v2 if you don't count the man down. and a res as possible. Message completely rotated around, and a quick little engagement will lead to no damage dealt, but the aggression met by a shotgun, but a miss. Come on, you can't be missing those, as the Warden narrowly misses a shot and gives Message the easiest kill of his life to make it 1-1. If CC get eliminated here, we are in for possibly the worst storyline I have ever seen when it's come to a playoff series. They will be running it back, as they like to say, on the same place. This is going to be an interesting round, as Monty's finally going to be brought on the roster. Hopefully they can open up the breaches this time. Exhibition being ran back, and you have to admit 619 knows what they're doing. They managed to get the round even when that house breach was closed, and they're just dropping bodies really quickly. And guess who was the first pick? Crypto. You cannot allow the body who hasn't been having the best of games. Bad games happen, yes, but you cannot be forcing the man to go roam. You don't know what's going on with the team comms, so we can't say anything. Bandit more committed this time to getting the breach closed, and the first pick will go into the favor from Crypto onto Jake, the two worst rated players of this game specifically. Crypto no longer negative. He's thanking God right now. You can just feel it. And now it all boils down to right here and right now if they can get this breach open, because if they can't, this round is nothing more than a fantasy. No runouts, as Warden's going to be playing safe. Bobby takes a heavy amount of damage from the Maverick hole they tried to play smart on, but the breach will get opened up nonetheless. Bobby will permanently be on this HV for the rest of the round. And now we are going to have Vizsla left in a situation where he has to get some kills, and he needs to get some kills now. Was going crazy with that shotgun. Abolish doesn't miss the second time around, and this time learned from his mistakes and sends message back 35 feet. Vitex getting a refrag, but right now hasn't been too late. House breach will not be opened, as Bobby no longer has any of his exothermics. There's a roamer to worry about, but he is on the other side of the map. 3 C4s in total, and we saw the C4s played so beautifully to CC's favor last round. Twitch walking down, and you do not want to get on the receiving end of that gun if she doesn't eat a frost mat. Bandit swinging up, and they will trade. A very nice trade. She will be immobilized for the rest of the round. Those things last 60 seconds. The round only has 45 left, as the clock is nothing but running down. The Warden will get shut down. Why swing when you have the man advantage? But Frost, assuming the very natural position of relaxing, waiting, as they are now put in the situation where they can wait with their shotguns, wait with their time. One has an ACOG, one has a shotgun. It's a power class, it's a duo, it's a power dynamic. They gotta wait, run down the clock, and bait into the Banshees and everything else that's gonna happen here. Drone gets sent in through. He's baiting it as if there isn't, you know, 3 jammers on that door. Crypto watching a walk-in and a shotgun. There's no way in hell you lose this round. Crypto just stay down, but he's gonna spray. Taking my words to heart and making magic happen, as he'll take care of 2 to put CC on the board. And attaboy Crypto, as he's finally found out that his aim isn't a hot potato, and he'll send his team up with 1 round in hand. I don't think a BO3 has ever taken me to a full 3 hours before, but there's a first for everything, ladies and gentlemen, as our next round will take us right back to T-Room. It's been 3 rounds, meaning they can go back down here. Objective rotation parameter, a beautiful thing. And now it's all about who can take this round. Can they double the differential CC? Can they do it, or are they going to allow 619 to bring their own response? The votes look way better than last game. We thought CC was an 85% in CC's favor, or Clubhouse, sorry. Map 3, Skyscraper, and now we're looking at CC at 44% in their favor, and 619 with 56. It's going to be an interesting game. All quiet right now on the western front as they're again extended out, but they're gonna have to deal with the Monty again this time. They 6-picked him out last, so I'm confused on why, but they didn't integrate him last time. Now he's gonna be used a little bit more heavily and hopefully properly, as Ace doesn't open up fully, so he's gonna be forced to unextend to walk in through this door, and he will be hit with an F-Naught. He is gonna unextend, he's gonna walk in, he's gonna safely walk in. Bobby trying to get lucky, but honestly, lightning doesn't strike twice. Can't just randomly wallbang and hope for the best. First kill goes in the favor of Stargazer, gets rid of Bobby. That's that DMR completely gone. You gotta ask yourself, why does he use that stupid scope that can zoom into people's eyebrow hairs? Fenrir getting forced back into sight. A quick refrag on the quickie will allow themselves to gain a little bit more control of the exhibition side. But if there's a man below the C4, it is over for them. Crypto somehow makes it back to site safely, seeking asylum behind the dragon and statue. And with the stature of this push, they're going to be in for a little bit of a confusing round where they're going to have to utilize utility and find the fix. Great charge pushing Crypto into an absolute horrible position where he's going to have to wait and run down that clock. As Monty is unextended, just swing Vizsla. You're waiting very patiently, but honestly, kudos to you as that gets you one kill, almost gets you the second, but it's allowed you to get to that warden put in a horrible situation. Somehow seeking asylum, has that shotgun out in the hand, and he's still trying to bait it. How is that shotgun not connecting? But there you go. Maybe a slug surely just straight to your face is going to get that job done. A stim needs to be distributed to the teammate. That is 1 HP. The case is down, meaning they can relax. Crypto relaxing, getting that kill. The SMG-12 is not this man's gun. Not his best friend, but he still continues to use it and make it work. Kill get 1, but Message shutting him down. Case no longer in hand. The F not getting activated, and you have Stargazer. Potentially the 2 best players on each team. Abolish the high contender for CC. Leaves it now down to a 1v1 situation. The clock boiling down. The drone shot. And an ACOG versus the MP7. But he has the health in his favor. The F-Naught definitely will deal some damage to him. And Gazer, it can't get easier than that, boss man. As he'll take care of him, and it'll be 3-1 in the favor of CC, taking us further into the lead they're going to continue to take. No more raging as we're seeing. They're starting to take this seriously. You can't just leave mid-game. You're out of timeouts. I'm not pausing the game. And we're going to be in for quite an interesting ending. Extension. Oh, they're not. I thought they were exhibition. Okay. Kitchen next on the board, making a lot more sense. Castle not integrated. I don't know what CC has against Castle. Gazer was on it last game, and he was absolutely sublime on him. Castle is going to make these windows a lot easier to deal with. He's going to make those doors you don't want to deal with, but guess what? They didn't bring it. So these doors, these windows are going to remain open, making it 10 times harder to hold down these sites. But CC is always up for the challenge and maybe making things harder for themselves, but Monty will be on the board yet again. extension of Doom, but what is this push from 619? They don't have verticality. It'll be the Thatcher versus the Frost as the initial gunfight, and they are circling closer and closer as the seconds go by. The Monty makes it even harder, and Crypto is dealt with yet again. But he's 6-4. There's no complaints from me. The drones are gonna fly through, and somebody needs to get rid of this Monty. He made a stupid mistake last round. 0-4 currently. I'm hearing he has a broken controller. If he's dealt with, that external pressure is gone completely, and it's all even. They've burned nearly 2 minutes, but this Monty is getting a lot more aggressive than he needs to, as his team is not with him, and he's lost 50% of his HP, and the Bandit's is gonna give up. He's gonna go back down, but the Goyo canisters are gonna keep him down for a little bit longer. Gonna eat that, rotate back to site, and they're going to be completely recuperated. Thatcher looking to get lucky, but dying to the vert you just made. How was that a good idea? But Quickie gets caught while trying to swing and reload his weapon. Abolish on a very long-term flank if he goes for it. Vizsla also creeping up. They're just gonna allow site to be anyone's game. Thermite completely unaware as to what just happened, and the case is now free. Body's completely low. Monty getting a very easy kill on the Gazer, wondering what he's looking at. Come on, as he's not. A Goyo, very easy to pop, but he will be pushed down. Monty doing an absolutely beautiful job of pushing places and pushing people off, taking care of the top fragger, but a man will take care of the job by the name of Vipex, and now they're about to close down this differential if they can close Abolish out. Verticality not fully established at all, and it looks like all bodies and all boots will be on the ground onto site. The plan's gonna go down for the Monty. And Abolish, you have a C4 and 8 seconds left on the clock. You've got to go. And nothing to deal with. This is not a team where you can allow them to take space and time. And the Monty pre-fire, you have the C4 that will take care of him. He'll be gone and dealt with. And now that DMR going to be a problem. But it'll be SMG versus SMG-12 at range. 1 at 20 HP. Abolish put in a near perfect situation if he can just isolate his ones, but completely disregarding the man in sight. Warden winning the gunfight, and now the verticality is going to be the next problem. He has enough time to fuse it if he can long arm it. Long arm is going to be next on the chopping block. He's circling, he's circling, he's circling. That 619 getting this done, dusted, and that will be the third round. But this time, not in the favor of who you would think it would be. 619 has a response of their own. What a round. Exhibition, the next on the chopping block. We have genuinely went to either a tie or a 4-2 every single time. Every single map, no matter the result. SWL is managing to make things work. I'm hearing one of their teammates has a broken controller, so they're trying to do things differently by having him add that pressure. He's been doing it perfectly. Having that pressure by that Monty has been working out in their favor, and honestly, the reason they've won those rounds. They still have some points of improvement, getting those picks and not dying so quickly. For CC, why are we peeking these that don't need to be peaked? Quick adaptation by Gazer, but honestly dies in a way that shouldn't be. But it's a live and learn situation, and they will send us to their last round on defense. I would have thought CC would have taken this by a landslide. No castle again. That's what I was talking about. Last round was very easy for them to rotate from the verticality right back to downstairs just because they didn't have the castle. So many deaths would have been avoided there, but they weren't, just because they didn't integrate the right operators. Bandit no longer is going to be assigned to this task, and he will be in drums rotating from terrace right back through into the site. Monty gets a very easy free kill, but proceeds to get knocked back in to the distance, saving the man's life. Abolish sitting close in the corner, and it might be able to just target the feet here, but Message looking for a quick kill, but that hatch drop or that overhang drop really just saved his life, and Message has now assumed the control of the corner. and his teammate gets a kill somehow. Gazer goes down. The C4, no avail. Vizsla on the quick refrag, taking care of Chris. But this Monty, this kid's insane on Monty. Get this kid a medal. Messi getting close, but completely rotating. Same thing as his boss, and now rotating through the overhang. Round is slowly ending. The time fuses out, and there's going to be a solo play onto house as the Barb will be shot, and he'll be waiting to get a late flank going. 2 impacts in hand, meaning it's very easy for this Monty to go down, but the question is, why is nobody using it? Wallbang will take one down. Abolish needs to get this stim distributed right now, and he is going to be running, but he's going to be giving up that angle, and he knows he'll be giving up that angle, but that teammate gets caught and brought up really easily. Quickie down to 1 HP, and the stim needs to be distributed yet again. He has 1 left. They're getting wary of all the angles that need to, as one man will be playing on Shrine. The Ash is just soft roaming, waiting to get that play on house. That's exactly what you want from a teammate that knows how to aim. You want him on those direct angles. Vizsla, use your impacts. He has 2 of them that could kill this Monty, but this Monty is just terrorizing the site and taking care of the men who could have taken care of him earlier. Quick kill from Abolish will take care of business. Monty finally going down to the hands of the double team between Quickie and Abolish. And now he holds the power position to deny the plant, and Crypto's at 100 HP, holding behind the minibar, running down the clock. Vipex's taking damage as well, but winning his gunfight eventually. Now 2v2 situation, and now it is starting to run down the clock. Abolish doesn't go down without a fight, and we saw that distributed 2 streams and took care of 2 people. Crypto, we've seen you in this situation before, on the same operator, in the same position. What are you going to do this time? Nothing, as you're denied. 619 looking to claim the tide, but Quickie with 15 seconds left, and you have the shotgun. It's all about what you can do in this situation, and it's not to look away. Quickie goes down, and it's all tied. It's all level, as they're going to move on to defense with their heads held up high because they forced CC to make mistakes on defense that shouldn't have been made. And this Monty's been a perfect integration into the roster. Tea Room and Karaoke is the first round here for 619, and what a disappointment coming from CC. You can't be losing your defensive rounds, but what do you expect when a team is just so locked in? They make it work. We have some Legion shotgun action. That gun too broken, especially against CC. They can isolate every gunfight with this guy's shotgun. It deals damage at range. It deals damage at long range. It doesn't even matter. We're going to be in for a round that's going to consist of straight camping. Messi, I'm pretty sure, has been the top fragger for his team every single game. And with reason, he's been doing absolutely beautiful. Quick run out here by the Vigil. Connects with Vizsla, but not enough. You never expect somebody to go far left, and what is Jakey doing? Got 3 kills, feeling himself. Goes from Monty directly on the Vigil. Never heard of that transition before, but we live and learn. Easy kill here, but Jake gets burned down, and both teams have been integrating the Doc. Doc, from a utility standpoint, does not bring something another operator could bring if you were to integrate a Smoke or a Jaeger, but he's still amazing for your teammates that get really aggressive and lose that health really fast. No saving Vipex, as a headshot can no longer do anything for you. And where did he just get that shot from? Run out to no avail. The Boss G will take care of Vizsla and take him even more damage than he's taken from below. No Finka to take him up or get his health a little bit higher. He's going to be left at 20 HP for the rest of this round. Vizsla making some interesting decisions in the last couple of rounds. Hopefully they'll start to pick up as this game goes on, because there's plenty of rounds left to be played. Jake is now looking to get aggressive. His gun does not do well at range. One tap headshot as always, but at range his gun's gotten nerfed. He's taken 2 of the 3 Doc stims left in hand, and this pixel from hell will take care of anybody trying to walk through that rappel. Flores drone will make a full... Oh, I thought it was going to make a full rotate. Flores drone will be used on the verticality of the tier room. and you're still gonna have Mesjid roaming around with that shotgun. You do not want him on the board. He's going to completely dismantle your team if you allow him to. You're up a body. Quickie, you're too close. He has that gun that can deal damage. It's literally one bullet, and he finishes the job with the second. Stargazer looking to get some distance on that. Some clamp from Geisha can be, in fact, that play, as they don't have a singular man waiting for them in there. Vizsla sending in the drone. He's giving himself the support needed. Not a single man is waiting. Bobby looking to get things done. Abolish taking damage. Everybody's taking damage. Absolute mayhem here as Flores stays at the top of the stairs and gets deleted by Jake. Messi getting his other kill with the shotgun. 2v3. 2v2 is Gazer and Abolish linked up again. We've seen this game again, but you've rushed it too fast, Gazer, as you've allowed your teammate to put himself in a 1v1. 15 seconds, and you've seen Abolish. He doesn't go down easy. You need to realize your echoes are completely mistimed. What are you doing? That potentially might be the worst play of the playoffs in total. I'm not gonna lie to you. How do you mess up a simple Sonak boom? Are you serious? Echo forced to look the fuse time getting ran out, but he still manages to clutch? How in the world? 619 takes the lead for the first time. And ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it. I love to say it. It's looking like an upset is in order. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be the craziest ending we've seen to a playoff series. Map 3. It all happens right here in CC, not calling their timeout. They've completely lost the plot. Wow. Whoever bet on CC, good boy, to your points times 2 if they continue at this rate. 80% of you betted on them last time, 80% of you lost your points, and 44% of you are going to lose your votes right here and right now. Three hours, 3 minutes and counting. The first engagement is going to happen in 15 seconds if Abolish doesn't check his corners. Tries to go for the run out, and that's how you pre-place your drones. Capcan, no longer than a figment of our imagination, but might reap from the might reap from the grave if those EDDs are placed perfectly. Exhibition is the next on the chopping block, but why the hell does nobody go castle? It doesn't make sense to me. Wow. Vipex just doesn't even give the man a chance to break a barricade. The TCSG demands gun, as we saw on Nighthaven, and he takes care of their only hard breacher, meaning they're only allowed to come in from Terrace or Shrine. Looking to take care of something, but the only thing they're taking care of is selling the lead, as they've allowed themselves to go down and around. This is not the CC you know, and this is the 619 you don't know. I've never cast these guys before, and they're making a great damn first impression. Maybe not through how they're time wasting, but maybe the way they play is just absolutely beautiful. They are committed to taking care of this dock. Frag in hand, they have the utility to make things happen, but can they do it in time? You're running out the clock, and you're letting the K to help out on the double. Minute 15, and they're still going to waste the time of these players. One doc has sat here for a minute and a half and wasted the time, and he takes care of one body. All you needed to do was bounce a frag off the pillar, and you've needed Gazer to get involved, and he has gotten himself taken care of because that shotgun is just not contestable at that range. Case is loose next to the man with the most lethal gun on this roster, and 45 seconds means this is going to be over. They have the man advantage. They have the C4. They just have to play time. And he's just playing on the overhang. He's just reaping. 11 and 4, taking care of Abolish again in the 1vx. Needs to thread the needle on Vipex, and this guy runs with that TCSG and makes it absolutely look beautiful. Knows one has to be on house. Isolating the gunfight and winning it. Abolish 1vx. Hitting the body. The question is, can he find the second shot? And the question is no, as it's asked and answered. Wow, we're going 1 round shy from match point. Not to the people you expected it on. A 3-hour VOD just to get the results that would shock millions. You know, hundreds, whoever the hell plays Siege. Oh my god. Wow. Had to gather my thoughts there. A quick little tactic. Jake, honestly, as much as he's been doing stupid things, I respect this guy. This guy knows exactly what's needed to be done. Teams in the pro comm like to hide in the first couple of seconds of the prep phase just to make sure they're not located on the drones. And when they're not located on the drones, they're a surprise element. You not expecting a pulse means you'll play verticality carelessly. But guess what? They haven't brought us off Preacher, so hiding was completely pointless. You get the points in hand, though. They will play a little careless on the floors, and they will get C4'd. First kill goes to Abolish, taking care of that man with that shotgun. 11 and 6 is now taking care of Abolish. 10 and 8. He's trying his best, but his team needs to catch up. One tapped by Chris, as it's a 4v4, and they've taken care of their spear entry. Fragger for Fragger. Pulse looking to get lucky here from the verticality, but the play's already in. The heartbeat has been dedicated and located, but you don't know that this is a soft floor that you will not deal damage to. Tisk, gotta have the map knowledge to be able to know what's going on, and that gives away his position, his operator, and the utility that he possesses. Damage dealt to Jake, and there's no doc this time to save you, pal, as he has a very easy kill here. Was gonna find the gridlock potentially. Quickie getting patient. Had it. Saw him for a fraction of a second. But the Monty is going to be brought. Taking the shots and the shock from the shots. A little bit of a tongue twister there. Is going to slow him down for the time being. Pulse has been located and needs to be taken care of. And will be done and dealt with gracefully. As Gazer just takes him off the verticality. Karma is a B as she strikes you back. You waited for that C4 to no avail. Fenrir being caught out in the corner. 2 people in sight with the Warden on the exception of the soft drum in the pantry. And what the hell? You can hop up here? You learn something new every day. The breach getting open, making it even easier to get the plant down. Fenrir almost meeting his maker. But this breach getting open means it's going to be a little bit harder to play this aggressive. But he's still staying passionate to it. Staying true to the cause. And you need to play verticality on it. It's exactly what you'll do. Fenrir manages to win that gunfight. This is insane how they are allowed to win the gunfights in situations like this. You have him dead to rights, 2 frags in the pocket and verticality, and you still manage to lose it. Crypto making the play that is so very much needed. Found the gap in the defense and has made his way slowly onto the site. Oh my god, look to your right, sees the Cade getting him, wow, by a hair. And Vipex is left by himself on the minibar. Oh my god, he wallbanged the man on the chassis is what Crypto just hit. He didn't hit the man he just whiffed on. He accidentally took care of Vipex, gets him down to 1 HP. And Monty turtle shells it in time. And this is going to be dreadful. Is history going to repeat itself twice? CC lost last year or last season to this exact scenario. Map 3 skyscraper to the order. But as of right now, they're trying to keep themselves in it. They'll keep it to 4-5. Timeout still in their hands, not to be called. CC has found their footing. They'll go back to tier room. They barely lost that, meaning it'll be a little bit easier to attack and hopefully better than their previous, because they have not been having the best of times on this map. Clash being brought. Jake has realized that his purpose in life is playing shield offs, and that's exactly what it'll go. He's hiding yet again. He just doesn't want to be located at all, and it's beautiful. Clash among the shield. Give it another shield. It's shieldception over here. They will have so many adversities to overcome, and the main one is going to be, what the hell are you doing? And I think that's the first thing that I might ask. I might do an interview, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might do an interview with CC after this. I might. Masjid now 11-6, isn't going to get aggressive as he did the last round, because that did lose to them. That did lead to them losing. Wow. Apparently 3 hours starts to chalk you. Not because of the game or the duration, just because of the time. It's approaching 12 a.m. 1 a.m. and it's way past my bedtime. Getting tired, especially the other teams are getting tired as well, which means it's a factor we have to take into consideration. Ring around the rosy with the dock here to no avail. Legion getting aggressive, and he is going to be dedicated to getting rid of this Monty. Monty had the easiest kill, and it just played out perfectly in their hands. An unintentional kill. 2 unintentional kills is going to have Masjid at 2. The man on the rappel is going to fall to this shotgun. A triple kill. We're going home, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to bed. A ball is trying to keep himself in it, but they're both vulnerable to falling to this Clash shield. Clash herself could take care of this. I'm actually just starstruck. I don't even know what to say. I am starstruck for the game that is happening right now. We are witnessing a genuine massacre right now. These players are both one tap away from these shotguns, even at 15 meters. Looking to prone into Geisha. Guman at the top of the stairs, and a man circling with a shotgun in a dream. How are we going to play that out? You located himself. 1v3. We're going to match point for 619. Masjid with 4 kills. 15 next to his name. He's top frag every game, and he's going to eliminate CC again. This is absolutely baffling. I'm at a loss of words. I'm at a loss of words, ladies and gentlemen. The potential last round, and they haven't called a timeout. This is going to be the greatest game ending we're gonna go to. In this game, can you believe it? Not a single rehost was needed. Oh my god, it's actually possible when they don't have them allowed. This is the most important round of CC's SWL career. And they need this. They need this so badly. No way history strikes twice. No way it repeats itself. And there's no way they lose to just straight time waste. It would have been a 7-2 on Clubhouse, but there's no way we'd have known that for sure, considering we rehosted like 16 times. All quiet right now on the Western Front. All utility, everything in hand. And the first will be used on the house breach that will not be contested. Why is there no wall denial on house breach? It's a great question. It's a great question, Sino. Why is there no wall denial? Cade, taken care of by Abolish, and that TC will not be reaped for the rest of the round. It's already looking great for CC. First Rotero charge has things to deal with here. Abolish at 13. This is going to be the stand of the top fraggers. 15 kills next to Mischief's name. And Abolish needs to get somewhere near 15 kills to be able to end out this round and push it to OT. Catching a man off guard, that is trigger discipline. That is trigger discipline. That's aura. You know what, bro? Have it. Had the play in hand, didn't finish his kill, didn't finish the job, and Gazer is not a fool and will relax as he finds the body of Mesjid, and now they have completely found their footing in this round. Goyo looking to get deleted by the refrag as he will get taken care of by Quickie, and Hated will be left by himself in the site. Seeking asylum behind this Bart. Is it bulletproof and does it evade shield ops? Popping that Goyo, restricting that movement to the connector. Smart. Shotgun, not used in time to be able to find this Nomad, and they are absolutely terrorizing you. Above the head, slightly. Monty getting closer. Quickie through the wall, taking care of business, and that is 5-6. One round to OT, and one round to end it out in regulation. We've had a story like this before, and wow, this is going to be one for... I don't even know. This is going to be one for the ages. They'll try exhibition again. They narrowly lost it, but that first pick, Messi really had the play there. He really had the opportunity to end things out, but couldn't thread it. One last try as they will use the same operators. Abolish has the highest kills this game, but also has the highest deaths. That is something to point out. You don't always want to be that man who falls down. He's even fallen down to the man Jake himself. Monty assuming positioned, getting things done, boiling it down. This is going to be absolute cinema here. It's all boiling down to these last dying minutes. You can only go so far, as we've mentioned before on Clubhouse. It either ends in regulation or it doesn't. Are we going to go to all 15 rounds? Are we going to end out here? 619 looking to play more passive. Message again on the roam. This guy is absolutely the man you want on your roster when it comes to denying players and people from getting in the building. The first kill in the favor, Abolish. Make that 14. One more to tie out Masjid. It's all boiling down now. First pick finally in their favor. This is exactly what you want. A minute 30 burned, a minute 30 left in play. He has the shield docked to rotate off of. No longer, that's not your safe place as it gets burnt and you are left on this shrine all by yourself. The proxy helps you out a bit, but what's it gonna do when you're left in this position? Echo helping you up from a distance, but that is just what it is, a distance. Clash not being brought, Jakey not being brought, and he is going to be tied to the ball list for the worst amount of deaths. Piercing the needle. Wow. Quickie gets business done. Takes care of Bobby, but Abolish gets taken down shortly, reclaiming highest deaths. Quickie down to 1 HP. This is boiling down to the dying embers of this stage. Shotgun dealing damage again. This guy is absolutely reaping. Nobody can walk through that door. Double kill, triple kill for Chris. Is it over? Is it over right here, ladies and gentlemen? We need to see a miracle pulled off by CC as he's taking care of everybody and they're going home. CC got sent home. Oh my God. That just happened. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. The upset for the ages. 15 kills, add to 17. CC eliminated on Skyscraper. Map 3 again. Cinema. Absolute cinema. And they ended it out in regulation. I don't even know what to say. I can't even be mad. Wow. Round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, it comes to the end of the night where it's approaching 1 a.m., 4 hours into a cast, or 3.5, whatever you want to do. I hope you guys do have a great night. I know I will, sleeping on that very nice pillow of mine until, 5 a.m. until I wake up for the Siberian prisons. Have a great night, everybody. This VOD will be up on YouTube shortly. I hope you guys have a great day. Tomorrow, it's Friday. I'll see you guys later. Peace.